2 Quests noch. Bis Fontaine. Wenn ich nicht doof war, habe ich auch den Titel richtig eingestellt. Ja. Meine Güte. Ich bin überrascht von mir selbst. Ja, Hoppelfloppel. Diesmal machen wir die Quest von Baizhus. Und passend für diese wunderbare Situation habe ich ein Team nur aus Liyue-Charakteren erstellt. Und natürlich auch mit Hu Tao. Und da ist gleich unser Ziel.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Are you lost?
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gui. What's going on?
Das ist nicht richtig, ich bin Hu Tao.
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
Die versteckt sich, die wartet auf den Moment.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad?
Dein Papi?
How does a fully grown
Ich hatte gestern schon
man
zu viel
get
mit
lost
Papis
in
zu tun.
Liyue Harbor?
Also lass gut sein.
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
Einen Moment. Was mit deiner Mutter? Genau. Mal sehen, worauf diese Quest hinauslaufen wird. Ich weiß nicht, was ich erwarten soll. Ich hoffe nur, dass das Ende nicht so enttäuschend sein wird wie bei Deas Quest gestern.
I remembered that the owner of Bubu Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Rite. So I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
Der Besitzer der Bubu-Hütte? Meint der Baizhus?
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone.
Natürlich.
I asked the
Und
Millith
aus
guys to
dem
go find him, but he said they won't be
Dödel,
able to
der
send that
keinen
many people.
Orientierungssinn hat, wie?
So then I figured, maybe I could ask some other people in the city to help.
Naja, was soll man machen?
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people.
Hoffentlich.
Traveler.
Nun, selbstverständlich.
Changshan can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
Changshin?
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
Werden wir jetzt mehr über die Schlange erfahren?
Changsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Bubu Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
Also,
You have
da
a
ist
talking
hier der
snake?
Kerl.
Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Das ist er wohl. Und ich hoffe, wir erfahren von der Schlange, weil das ist wirklich der einzige Teil seines Charakters, der mich interessiert.
Changsheng, now's not the
Wenn ich
time.
ehrlich bin.
My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition? As much as
Genau.
you can recall.
Erzähl mir alles.
Yes, Uncle... Dr. Baizhu.
I see. And your family lives near Chingsa Village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Aha.
My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially
Das
during
Vorgeplänkel
Lantern
wird
Rite.
wahrscheinlich wieder
She
relativ
always tells me to
nichtssagend
just stay
sein.
at home and
Deswegen
keep
habe
my
ich
dad
nicht viel
company.
Kommentar abzugeben. Mal sehen, ob es wieder einen Pfad aufnimmt, wie bei Dea.
Is that so?
Mal sehen, ob es am Ende dann wieder halt nach unten kippt.
Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Oh, das sagt mir irgendwie was.
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
Uhu.
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine. so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told all you that we'd help.
Genau, ich habe mir heute den Tag genommen, um genau das zu
Oh,
tun.
really?
Als kleines
Well, that's
Vorgeplänkelchen
wonderful.
für
We are
Genshins
most grateful for
nächstes
your
großes
support.
Update, das hoffentlich nicht scheiße wird. Überlass das uns.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Nun gut.
Family is very important.
Genau,
Thank you. Then I'll
Chi-Chi.
leave you to handle the pharmacy.
Ist nur schade, dass du so
Paimon,
schlecht
why don't
bist.
you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millilith guards at the city gates. See if
Ob wir irgendwelche Hinweise finden. Okay, tun wir das. Herz des Heilers. Ich habe sogar eine Chi-Chi rumliegen. Hihihihi. Aber Chi-Chi ist echt schlecht. Aber mal sehen, vielleicht hole ich sie noch raus. Aus dem Leichensack. Okay, ist gleich da vorne. Du, 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 du. Huhuhu. Nun denn, Militärsoldaten.
We searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Gut.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Einen Moment. So. Gut. Ja, habt ihr was über den Vater herausgefunden?
Hey there,
Wahrscheinlich nicht.
Dr. Baizhus, what brings you out this way?
Was ist das? Okay. Gut. Okay, du bist daher
Boy
bei
asked for our
hier.
help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower.
Was für eine merkwürdige
As for
Kombination.
updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Oh, also haben wir eine...
Pool.
Wir
The
haben also
terrain
ein
there
Ziel.
can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
Überlass es uns.
You will?
Sorry we weren't able
Vielen
to find your
Dank.
dad, buddy.
Ach, macht euch nichts aus. Es ist nicht das erste Mal, dass ihr wertlose Soldaten seid.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
Nun, wir haben ein Ziel. Zai Li und Zai Sung.
I'm
Seid ihr
afraid we
verwandt?
have to stay at our pub.
Na gut. Dann ab zum Teich mit uns. Okay, das ist beim Restaurant. Och Mann, du hast einen Job. Nun gut.
Dad! Dad, can you hear
Hätte
me?
er keine Schlange um den Hals, wäre ich vermutlich komplett desinteressiert. Ist das Papi? Ist das etwa Papi?
Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Geh nicht weiter.
What
Nicht sterben! Achte auf deine Schritte! Wow! Als wäre es
Dear
Perfektion.
customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you alright?
Perfektion. Nein, ich wusste das nicht, dass sie hier vorkommt. Aber es ist Schicksal. Jetzt muss ich wohl doch Chichi reinpacken. Ich habe aber keinen Baizhus. Naja. Schmeiß mal Chingshu raus für Chichi. Wie wäre das?
Dad!
Okay, das ist also der Dödelpapi. Und der wollte gerade Selbstmord begehen. Aus irgendeinem Grund.
My, who do we have here? It's the traveler in Paimon.
Jaha. Und?
My worst nightmare. I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Weil er Menschen heilt und dadurch sie weniger Kunden hat?
Thank you, Director Who, for saving this man.
Aber ich glaube nicht, dass das wäre ein bisschen dunkel selbst für Hutau.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
Keine Sorge, er hat nur die NPC-Krankheit.
Are you?
Er sieht aus wie jeder andere. Und das ist ihm bewusst geworden, deswegen geht's ihm nicht mehr gut.
My.
Your name is Jiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh,
Ich glaube nicht, dass das so einfach wird.
my name is Jialiang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor? Yes, I'm Jialiang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait,
Den hat's ja komplett weggefetzt, wie?
why do I need to see the doctor?
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away.
Nun
Sorry,
gut.
Hutao, gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time. Hold on a second.
Was ist hier
You're not
los?
seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Wieso sollen wir ihn gleich im Sarg packen für dich?
Why not? What's the problem? Come on, Baizhus. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Wieso möchte er Geld verdienen?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
Also,
There are
lass hören.
traces of God remains in Jialiang's system.
Und die Aura der Überreste von Göttern.
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will
Also
be
göttliche
unthinkable.
Energien sich aus irgendeinem Grund?
Paimon, sorry. What?
Was? Hat das Zhongli einen Blowjob gegeben oder was? Oder was ist hier los?
Remains?
There's no need to worry, Director Who. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me?
Money.
Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be
It
able
makes
to
more
save
money
this patient in
To
particular.
wait.
Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Der unerfüllte Wunsch meines verstorbenen
Now
Meisters.
you're bringing my great uncle into this? Baizhus, just what are you planning this time?
Ach, Hutau.
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Oh,
Dann müssen wir das
really?
wohl tun.
I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Außerdem sind wir auch noch hier.
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jiao Liang here.
Naja, wir machen dir nur einen Kunden,
I'm happy to do it your way, but
wenn wir einfach nichts
only
tun.
for my great uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
Oh, Hutau, das wäre doch nicht nötig gewesen. Ich liebe dich auch.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Oha.
Well, time is of the essence.
Oh ja.
Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
Na dann, ab die Post. Und hier kriegen wir also einen Speedboost.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system. Reduced blood flow and energy circulation? I see. I
Ist also
suppose
Grund
this
für
must have
seine...
caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
Ich weiß immer noch nicht, worauf diese Quest jetzt
Do
hinauslaufen
you know
wird, um
when your
ehrlich zu
father
sein.
first started displaying these symptoms?
Aber scheinbar irgendwelche Gottkrankheiten.
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
Du bist immer noch klein.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Schon so lange? Ja. Ist es sehr ernst?
No. I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight.
Okay.
Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Na,
Thank you,
hoffentlich.
Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Who, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
Der
However,
Blick.
it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a
Was?
patient.
Injiziert die Schlange ihr Gift oder sowas?
Of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
Was ist da wohl zwischen denen los, ne?
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Changchang.
Goodbye.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Aha, hier geht also was nicht mit rechten Dingen zu. Gut zu wissen.
All's well that ends well, huh?
Na, ich würde mich nicht zu früh freuen.
You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
Meinst du den Meister von Baizhu?
Yeah, you must be curious too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baizhu's busy treating Ayu's dad.
Okay, dann tun wir das. Aber vorher die wichtigste Aufgabe von allen. Eigentlich kann ich auch Zhongli rausschmeißen.
I'm
So.
here.
Tada! So, wer hat die denn ausgerüstet eigentlich? Wird schon den Job erfüllen. Ja, machen wir schon so.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery.
Wow. Was sie im Englischen gesagt hat und was da im Deutschen steht, ist nicht mal vergleichbar.
Hello,
Welch
busy bees,
enttäuschende
and what do
Übersetzung.
you
Ich
have
weiß,
to
dass
discuss with the
Gedichte
funeral
und
director
dergleichen
today?
echt schwer zu übersetzen sind. Aber die hätten es wenigstens versuchen können. Die ganze Passage mit dem Doktor, für diejenigen, die es vielleicht verstanden haben, hat komplett gefehlt.
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your
War die,
faces,
war die Übersetzung immer
you've
so
got some
schlimm?
questions for me.
Oder bin ich in letzter Zeit einfach nur viel, ist es einfach nur auffälliger geworden? Aus dem Grund. Für mich. Oder vielleicht auch für andere?
So, we were just a little curious about Baizhu's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang had god remains in his system?
Ja, wieso konnte ich das nicht?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first
Na, stimmt,
founded to
stimmt,
fight
stimmt. Das
back
hatte
against
sie
the
gesagt.
vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
Es ist schon lange her, um ehrlich zu sein.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world,
Boy,
dead
ihre
gods were
Quest,
acting
Mann,
up.
wie lang
So
die
our
her
ancestors
ist.
started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased.
Das war doch, glaube ich, noch im
Guard the
ersten
border
Jahr von diesem
between
Spiel,
life
ey.
and
Oh,
death.
2020 oder so. Oder, nein, nicht 2020. Es war, glaube ich, irgendwie Februar, März oder so 2021.
These days,
Da kam sie auch, glaube ich,
we
raus,
don't
ne?
deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify God's remains when we see them.
Convenient. Aber ja,
Okay,
wie viel gibt es
I
überhaupt
get it
noch von
now.
diesen göttlichen Überresten?
Wait, so how did
Viele,
Baizhus learn to
scheinbar.
spot them? Almost
Die vergiften ja immer noch das
certainly
Land. So
from his
viel von der
master,
Open
who was
World
also my great
ist
uncle.
irgendwie
Baizhus
direkt
master
oder
was my
indirekt mit diesem
grandpa's
Gottzeugs
younger brother,
verbunden, ne?
a former deputy
Den Leichen der
director of
göttlichen oder
Wangsheng
der
Funeral Parlor.
ähnlicher Kreaturen.
Wow,
Naja.
fancy that. Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhus master?
Ja, wie?
According to my grandpa, he and my great uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead.
Ein plötzlicher Umschwung.
My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Großvater und Großonkel.
Funeral director to
Ich hätte wirklich mit keinem Hutauge-Ding hier erwartet, dass sie so...
Kinda hard to imagine.
Ich hätte jetzt wirklich nur erwartet, es wird ein Cameo und mehr nicht.
Drive a wedge between them for the rest of their
But
lives.
man...
That seems a bit extreme.
Die versuchen wirklich ein bisschen Spice in die Story-Quests reinzukriegen, mit mehr oder weniger Erfolg.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have
finde ich
been no
gut.
issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor
Ich hätte
wasn't unlike a
bloß ein
regular
bisschen mehr
doctor's
Spice.
clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
Die Methode der Heilung von Menschen aus dem Shingal verstößt gegen das Prinzip von Leben und Tod. Ach, zum Teufel mit dem Mist.
In what way?
Solang's dich wieder atmen lässt, alles cool.
Don't know. My
Ich weiß die
grandpa didn't know
Details
the
nicht.
specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything.
Ja, wahrscheinlich wird entweder die Schlange benutzt oder Baizhus ist mehr als einfach nur ein Apotheker.
But even
Oder
that
beides.
says to me that he definitely has something to hide.
Und das werden wir wohl
One thing
herausfinden.
I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Und Sterblichkeit?
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
Glauben nicht.
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Oh, while you're here, have either of you seen Chi-Chi?
Nein, scheinbar nicht mehr.
It's not every day I get to infiltrate Baizhu's lair, but alas, I didn't catch a single glimpse of her anywhere. Aha! What if Baizhu
Was, hat er
knew
sie im
I'd
Schrank
be on the
gepackt
lookout
oder
for
was?
her and hid her away in advance?
Wahrscheinlich. Ich würde wieder lieber wegschleichen. Okay, 8 bis 10 Uhr. Dann warten wir mal. Düdüdüdüm. Und... Badam.
It's a new day!
Hutau steht dort nicht mehr. Okay, na dann.
Dad!
Okay, Papachen, was passiert?
Are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Das ist schon mal ein guter Anfang.
I remember now. Oh, are you? I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her.
So mach dir
And
keine
Dr.
Sorgen.
Baizhus gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great.
Ich habe wirklich
That's
nicht viel zu
wonderful.
sagen diesmal.
I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhus.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Ah, the
Not
smooth
at all, Dr.
talker.
Baizhus. It's only because Jiang Li...
Jiang Li wegen...
What was her reason again?
You're
Ah.
still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I
Worauf wird der ganze
suggest you
Mist?
stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh?
Aber wo ist sie hin, die Aura der Überreste der Götter?
But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a
Betriebsgeheimnis.
trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for
Absorbiert
concern,
er die
you may
Energie,
continue
um
to
unsterblich
monitor
zu werden
Jia
oder
Liang
sowas in
for
der
as long
Richtung?
as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Naja. Ja, der hat's wahrscheinlich selbst absorbiert, ne? Ist irgendwas was nicht in Ordnung?
Yeah, I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Chiangsheng and myself for a moment.
Okay, der geht also spazieren. Wahrscheinlich, um die Schmerzen loszuwerden.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring
Wow,
it?
seht euch das an.
If it weren't for my
Diese Szene,
they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now.
diese Szene ist eine der seltensten Szenen in Genshin Impact. Denn man hat sehr, sehr selten die Möglichkeit, nicht aus der Perspektive des Hauptcharakters zu sehen. Das ist einer der Hauptgründe, wieso die ganzen Nebenquests sehr flach sich anfühlen, weil du immer nur einen Blickwinkel hast. Das ist hier einer der seltenen Momente, wo das nicht der Fall ist, denn der Hauptcharakter ist dort nicht gerade vorhanden. Wir sehen also die Perspektive von Baizhus und oder der Schlange. Das ist super selten und viel zu selten benutzt, um halt sowas wie zum Beispiel die inneren Gedanken der Charaktere während der ganzen Quests mal unter die Lupe zu nehmen. Weil der Hauptcharakter weiß und sieht halt nur so viel, ne?
But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Who's there?
Hallo. Und nun sind wir wieder zurück in der Perspektive des Hauptcharakters. Es war erfrischend. Obwohl es so eine Kleinigkeit ist, macht es einen Unterschied. Denn diese Szene hier hätte nicht funktioniert, wären wir einfach nur hinterhergeschlichen.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
Und sowas ist halt schade. Solche Kleinigkeiten, ne? Die geben halt solchen Storys mehr Tiefe.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, The truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness.
Natürlich nicht.
Instead,
Schlange.
he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Er hat ihm also seine eigene Lebenskraft gegeben. So funktioniert das dann?
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
Wenn ein Doktor sich umbringt, dann ist das nicht gut.
Forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Okay, wir müssen jetzt immer noch ein Gegenmittel erzeugen oder finden.
You can do that? Huh.
Nice.
Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baizhu's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text.
Okay, sehr stolz auf sich selbst, Lee.
Please, that's enough.
Wie geht es dir?
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Ist das echt eine Frage, die du stellen musst, Paimon? Du hast doch gerade gesagt, du transferierst Lebenskraft. Das ist nicht unbedingt eine Ressource, die dafür bekannt ist, unendlich zu sein, oder?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Aber, naja, hat der gerade gesagt. No great harm in Englisch, also nicht viel Schaden, also immer noch Schaden.
Still, Baizhu's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone
Hier auch
checking
wieder,
up on
die
him,
Schlange hat ihn Dummy
or he'll
genannt, also
exhaust
Dummkopf.
himself
Warum
trying
steht
to
da nicht,
accomplish
wieso
everything
könnt ihr
on his
diesem
own?
Dummkopf bitte helfen? Warum steht da Mann? Warum haben sie das Wort nicht einfach hingeschrieben? Dummkopf ist nicht beleidigend, das ist nicht irgendwie ein erwachsenes Wort, sonst wie. Das ist einfach nur ein simples Wort, das hier benutzt wird, um Baizhu zu beschreiben, weil er ein Dummkopf ist. Oh, das verändert halt den gesamten Kontext.
Baizhu, don't you think you should
Ich habe das besser in
seize this
Erinnerung bei
opportunity?
Genshin. Ich weiß, dass
You
sie es noch nie gut
cannot
waren bei der
expect to hide this
Wort-zu-Wort-Übersetzung.
from everyone for your
Ich habe das nicht so
entire
schlecht in
life.
Erinnerung.
Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
Nun gut, und womit sollen wir anfangen?
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home
Ja,
and
da
look
muss
for
ja
clues as to
irgendwo-
how he might have been exposed to it.
Ja, dann ab zu ihm nach Hause.
I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Chingsa village.
Ah, ich weiß wo.
Let's head there together
Glaub
once
ich
I've
zumindest.
asked Hui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should
Müssen wir
also
auch
keep
noch
an
die
eye
Mutter
out for
finden.
Ayu's
Ja,
missing
ja.
mother.
Na dann, ab die Post. Chichi. Dies ist ein besonderer Moment. 2 Zombies stehen sich gegenüber. Und dann Boom, Falle! Okay.
She's finally gone. She's gone for good now, right?
Nun gut. Chichi, ja, okay. Man hat so selten den Moment, mit Chichi was zu tun zu haben. Vergebt mir also meinen Elan. Und Huta hat also auch schon seit Ewigkeiten nicht mehr irgendeinen Auftritt gehabt, glaube ich. Außer vielleicht ein Auftritt von wegen, oh, ich bin in diesem Event als kleines Cameo. Und dann nichts mehr.
Faster? Okay, Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Ja, ich dachte auch, es wäre das andere gewesen, aber scheinbar nicht. Ist dieses Haus extra für die Quest jetzt gemacht worden?
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Ja, das könnte vielleicht der Grund sein für das
We meant
Ganze.
to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Naja, was willst du machen?
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels.
Ein Kräutersammler
and decided to
geheiratet.
settle down with him.
Also wollte sie einfach das Effizienteste draus machen, oder? Wenn ich einen Kräutersammler heile, dann brauche ich nicht selber sammeln. Und nice. Die Frau weiß, was sie will.
Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family.
Ist die Familie nur ein Experiment?
The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Mysteriös.
Quarrel? What happened?
Ja,
I
was
don't
ist
know.
passiert?
I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme
Nun ist es auf jeden Fall
lengths
keine
to help
negative
Jialiang.
Begründung, oder? Aber wir werden sehen.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Fair.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon
Man
always set you down
sollte
as the
Selbstaufopferung
sneaky,
lieber immer
scheming type.
kritisch ansehen. Selten führt
So
sie
a
zu
few
guten
words
Dingen.
from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
Und daran ist nichts Falsches.
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for... Let's split up. But if...
Okay, lass uns loslegen. Die Säule beobachten. In der Holzsäule sind leichte Kratzer eingekerbt, vielleicht um die Größe von Ayu zu markieren. Ayu, schneller wachsen, früher laufen. Es gibt einige verblasste Schrift in der Nähe der unteren Kratzer. Die Anzahl der Kratzer lässt darauf schließen, dass die Familie hier schon lange im Verborgenen lebt. Das Brennholz war ordentlich gestapelt und glatt geschnitten. Der Holzhacker muss stark sein. Einige Holzschnitte am Boden des Stapels haben angefangen zu faulen. Es muss schon eine Weile her sein, dass neues Holz auf den Stapel gelegt wurde. Natürlich randomly. Das Tagebuch des Kindes liegt natürlich draußen. Die Dachziegel waren kaputt. Mama und ich konnten sie nicht erreichen. Zum Glück war Papa zu Hause und hat es sofort repariert. Heute beim Abendessen hat der Tisch ein bisschen gewackelt. Papa hat versucht, ihn zu reparieren, aber stattdessen hat er das Tischbein gebrochen. Papa vergisst wieder Dinge. Ich muss ihm helfen, sie aufzuschreiben und sie ihm vorzulesen, wenn es immer besser geht.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Joha.
What is this?
Offensichtlich der Grund unserer Probleme.
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
Die Aura der Überreste von Göttern?
You sense it too?
Naja, es ist wortwörtlich
This is a
so
poison
dick, dass man es sehen kann.
concocted using god remains.
Okay.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No. Your eyes do not deceive you.
Es ist eine
I
Flasche
do believe the
lebendiges
poison in this bottle
Gift.
is alive.
Es ist also am Leben. Ja, die Unsterblichkeit, die du ersehnst.
Some toxins act a lot
Aber
like living
eben nicht so
organisms.
schön, wie man es
I read
will.
about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances.
Interessant.
If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots?
Hat sie selbst
The
gemacht?
main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the
Die können also
poisoned
dann mit dem
individual will
Gift
hear to a
Leute
varying
kontrollieren.
extent the call of the source.
The call of the...
Die Richtung, in der Jünger
back
Angst
when
verschwunden ist. Ja.
Jialiang ran off,
Ins
maybe that
Quinsdorf.
explains where he was heading.
Xingse ist, wie man es eigentlich ausspricht, ich weiß. Ich muss aber Quinz sagen. Ich weiß, dass es nicht ausgesprochen wird Xingse ausgesprochen.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother load.
Okay, wie verrückt. Wer in aller Welt würde so etwas tun?
What kind of person would do all this just to
Ja,
poison
die Mami. Heute ist also die Mami dran. Gestern war der Papi dran, heute ist die Mami dran.
Why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Nun, es gibt einen sehr offensichtlichen...
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
Hat sie ihren Mann als Versuchsobjekt benutzt?
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon.
Ja, guck mal, der Blitz vom Hauptcharakter. Bist du so dumm?
And who might have expertise in crafting drugs. Huh? So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
Naja, als Experiment vielleicht.
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person
Na,
who
vielleicht
would
hat der
do
Typ
such a thing.
ausgedient. Wollte sich einen neuen Macker anrühren und hat sich gedacht, na, den alten kann man noch für was für die brauchen.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
Nicht viele, nehme ich an.
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jialiang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Hast du ein Mittel gegen das Gift gefunden?
Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these
Der mal
god
unschöne
remains,
Namen,
the
die
poison will
machen.
leave
Wir müssen halt die
Jialiang's
Mutterpflanze
system
finden, ne?
without the need for
Die
any
mit den
further
ganzen
treatment.
anderen Giftfiolen verbunden ist und darüber Kontrolle auswirkt.
Do you know anything about god remains in Chingsa Village?
Ich hörte nur einige Geschichten.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Zhongli
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti?
oder die Adepti
You
halt.
sure they didn't tell you anything about this? Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime.
Da haben
These
wir's.
days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Ah, alles nutzlose Viecher.
What? After a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon. Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me.
Die Vitalität mit dem Unsterblichen zu teilen, ist ein Wunsch, den sich viele Menschen nicht immer erfüllen können. Auch wieder mal keine korrekte Übersetzung. Sie hat nichts von Unsterblichkeit gesagt.
With my assistance in balancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Nice.
Stronger
Wann kriege ich
and healthier?
meine Schlange?
Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately,
So funktioniert das nicht.
Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Was für eine nette Art zu sagen, piss dich.
Hey, what are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Ja, das musst du nicht, da musst du dich nicht zurückhalten, einfach direkt raus damit. Den ollen Blasebalg will keiner haben. Warum haben die den reingepackt? Früher habe ich mal gehört, dass Baizhus nicht sehr gesund ist. Und da ihre Meister schon gestorben sind, kann ein solcher Pakt wirklich die Lebensspanne verlängern?
Ugh, Paimon's mad. You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you. Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man. Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck.
Okay, Schlangenstock, damit kann ich leben. Weil Mannequin Neck. Okay, aber die Schlange hat sie a pain in the neck genannt. Also ein Schmerz im Nacken. Oder ein Schmerz im Arsch. Na, ihr wisst schon, was ich meine. Warum wurde das mit weißes Band übersetzt? Warum nicht sowas wie Nervensäge?
This is exactly
Ich
why
verstehe
your
nicht die
natural
Entscheidungen hier bei der
makes you
Übersetzung.
woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter
Ich weiß,
at
ich bin ein
hand.
bisschen pingelig, aber es
Is
fällt mir
there
halt
any
so
way at
auf.
all for us to seek counsel
Und mir ist
from
es
the
noch nie so
Deus-Kain
aufgefallen in
about this?
Genshin.
With how
Die haben wohl auch keinen
antisocial
Bock mehr,
they
wa?
are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Vielleicht gibt es wirklich einen.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We
Aber
are truly
klar doch.
fortunate to have you on our side.
All die Götter kleben mir am Arsch.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Tu es. Jau!
You called?
Joha. Brother.
Gets Paimon every time.
Das macht er mit Absicht, 100 Pro.
Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Ganz ehrlich, würde ich auch machen. Teleportation ist immer der nervigste Move. Und ich würde ihn spammen, wenn ich ihn könnte.
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Oh,
Baizhus of Bubu Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before.
oh,
The lantern rite when we met briefly.
Oh, die
I was
erinnern sich
unaware
daran.
of your true identity. I
der hat ihm ja den Arsch gerettet und behandelt, als er von der komischen Karma-Sache da überwältigt wurde. Für jeden, der da war. Wenn nicht, Pech
You
gehabt.
two already know
Genshin
each
gibt euch
other?
keine Möglichkeit, das nochmal zu spielen. Scheiße, oder?
Our paths have crossed once before.
Nur YouTube ist da die Antwort. Leider. Wir sind uns einmal
I
begegnet,
sense
ja.
the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Joho. Ich denke, es wäre besser, es euch zu sagen. Warum euch? Wir waren noch nie so euch-mäßig. Wer hat den Scheiß übersetzt hier?
So someone has been concocting
Machen nur noch
demonic poison.
Praktikanten oder so? So aus Bösem wird Gift gemacht.
Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Chinksa village.
Ja.
A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land.
Ich erinnere mich, da war eine
before it was
Quest mit
subdued by
Chi.
Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Chinks of the seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Also,
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the
wir?
leak.
Kommst du nicht mit? Ist das nicht dein Job?
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Danke, ciao.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but
But?
immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
Ich würde es trotzdem haben wollen. Denn dieser Frage würde ich für mich selbst entscheiden. Ob es nun gut oder schlecht ist.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
Nun, er hat uns
What a
alles
strange
erklärt, also
Adeptus.
perfekt.
Rather different from the way I remember them.
Nun, Zeiten ändern sich.
And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips.
Wahrscheinlich.
Master, there's a problem.
Wie hast du diese geheime Hütte gefunden, von der niemand wusste, dass sie existiert?
Gwei? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
Ist der Papa abgehauen?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath. And
Erzähl.
It's Jiaoyang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Okay.
Already? How?
So schnell?
Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at
Sofern er
least.
nicht noch was von dem Zeug eingenommen hat oder sowas.
it seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Okay. Ach, jetzt kriege ich keinen automatischen Teleport? Wie nervig. Buh. Und da.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Magenkrämpfe. Verstehe ich.
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhus will be back soon.
Jetzt lernen nur noch
How is
den
he doing?
Enthusiasmus reinzulegen, meine gute Chichi, und du würdest es vielleicht auch mal packen.
Dr. Baizhus, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier.
Er hustet Blut.
But then he suddenly started coughing up
Aber das
blood.
Spiel traut sich nicht,
Now
Blut
he
zu
can't even get a
zeigen.
full word out anymore.
Also wirkt diese Szene eher lächerlich. Das ist immer sehr unschön. Mein lieben Entwickler, packt einfach Blut hin. Denkt ihr, ein 12-jähriges Kind weiß nicht, was Blut ist? Ich finde das immer so lächerlich, Mann. Leute in dem Alter gucken sich verdammt nochmal heutzutage schon Pornos an. Sind wir mal ehrlich?
When Gwei left, he was still conscious.
Ich finde das so zurückentwickelt. Ihr wisst, was ich meine. Wenn einem die scheiß Worte auf der Zunge liegen, aber man weiß es nicht. Ich meine, wir sind im Jahre 2023, Alter. Das ist sowas wie Blut und auch Sex ist halt Standard. Macht keine große Sache daraus, Mann.
Quay, Please take Jialiang to the back room
Es ist, mal
and
so
prepare for treatment.
es ist immer so unnötig zurückhaltend und dann geht das Produkt dabei im Bruch, weil dann halt, ne, es nicht richtig sich ausbreiten kann.
Yes, of course.
Weil meine Fresse packt doch einfach da ein bisschen Blut hin.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Okay, zurück zum Text.
Baizhus not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
GG.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Ich würde wirklich gern endlich eine Chi-Chi-Story-Quest haben. Die wir übrigens, obwohl das eine der 5 Sterne war, die rauskam, als das Spiel rauskam, haben wir immer noch keine Story-Quest für Chi-Chi. Die uns erzählt, wie der ganze Zombie-Mist funktioniert.
Okay, faster.
Das ist, inakzeptabel. Wir haben übrigens auch keine Quest für Kiching. Wir haben natürlich jede Menge Event-Zeugs mit ein bisschen Kiching drin. Aber die kann man halt nicht nachspielen. Selbes Problem wie bei zum Beispiel Fischl, deren Story-Quest ein Event war. Super gut
How are you feeling, Dad?
gemacht. Besser als
You still
90%
hurting
von
anywhere?
allem Content in diesem Spiel.
You're not gonna
Wird nie
suddenly
wieder im Spiel
collapse
sein.
again, are you?
Scheiße. Na gut.
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't
Ich bin
explain
übrigens
it,
immer
but
noch erkältet
somehow
für
I
den
feel
Fall, dass
even
meine
better
Stimme
than
irgendwie ein bisschen
usual.
blöde rüberkommt, ne? Wo ist Herr Bay?
Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu?
Warum
I still
nennen
haven't
die
had a
den jetzt
chance to thank
plötzlich
him.
Herr Bay?
Seems he moved me here
Haben die das
before I
mit
came
Google
to.
übersetzt?
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row.
Oh, Alter, diese deutsche Übersetzung kann man sich nicht mehr angucken. Da hat
I don't
wirklich
know how
irgendein
I can begin to
verdammter,
repay him for saving my life.
hundertprozentig ein
verdammter
verdammter Praktikant hat einfach Google-Übersetzer genommen. Es ist,
Speaking of which,
kommt man.
has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with.
Bleib lieber hier, Junge, du
Don't forget
läppelst nur
what
ab.
Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now.
Genau, ich sehe das auch so. Bleib hier und halt die Gusche
I
und wir
suppose
machen
you're
das schon.
right. I'll have to rely on you this time.
Genau.
Though, on the bright side,
Jetzt wieder
this
Baizhu.
means I
Das
can
muss
thank
doch
Dr. Baizhu in
hundertprozentig
person once he's
Google-Übersetzer sein.
finished resting.
Dieses Ju ist ziemlich wichtig, ne?
Traveler? Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again.
Ich weiß, was du meinst.
Do you think he...
Gehen wir zu ihm.
Huh? Hey, wait up! You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
Ach du Dödel.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself.
Na dann.
Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Wie gesagt, solch eine Perspektive sollten die viel öfter nutzen, um halt mehr Perspektiven reinzubringen. So viele Story-Quests leiden darunter, dass man halt nur die Perspektive von ihm sieht. Oder halt ihr, wenn ihr den weiblichen habt.
Who's talking behind our backs again?
Enttäuschend. Leider sind 3 Jahre drin, kann man halt nicht mehr irgendwie sagen, ach, das lernen sie noch. 3 Jahre haben sie Zeit gehabt.
Of course.
Da kann man nichts mehr
There's no
vergeben.
need to be concerned.
Man sollte
I
kritisieren.
merely had
Nur
to
so kann was
transfer a
besser
rather
werden.
large amount of life force on this occasion.
Wobei das
But
wahrscheinlich auch nicht sehr
with Chung
bringt.
Chung's help, I will recover in time.
Okay, Baizhu.
seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment,
Oh,
and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
das ist schlecht.
What?
Der Typ ist also
Even if you got all the
mehrere.
poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Wow.
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood
Angeborene
and fainting,
Herzkrankheit.
and in the longer term causes
Classic.
irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from
Ich hab ne
God
Kokomi
remains,
und
this
du hast ne
formula
Chi-Chi.
is
Warum
not a
heilen wir
poison in
nicht?
Jialiang's case.
Na,
Rather,
ich weiß natürlich,
it's
das
his
wird wahrscheinlich nicht
medication.
gehen. So ein
Had he
Heilmittel.
not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Und das erklärt dann wohl
Still,
ihr...
using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition.
Ich verstehe auch nicht, wieso die hier Herzmeridian nutzen. Ich weiß natürlich, worauf dass das auf, ne, den Kern des Körpers hinweisen soll, aber wieso schreiben sie das nicht einfach so hin? Ich glaube nicht, dass die meisten Leute wissen, was ein Meridian ist.
Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities
Ich bin heute
to
besonders
ensure its
schroff, oder? Mit der
continued
Übersetzung.
efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them.
Ja, ja,
I
eigentlich
fear
haben
that
alle
the situation is
total
just as that Adeptus
Glück, dass die
described.
nicht noch mehr von diesem Zeug
In an effort to save Jialiang's
kaputt gemacht
life,
werden.
Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate.
Wer weiß.
To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Schicksal,
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is.
Okay, zurück
Her
nach
regular
Schicksal.
exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health.
Ja, die ist
And
wahrscheinlich
given that she's
genauso
already
im
been
schlechten
missing for
Zustand.
several days, I am fearing the worst.
Wer ist da? Papi ist da. Mach keinen Stuss.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Warum hier wieder Heber...
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything
Du
already.
kannst mir nicht erzählen, dass Google verkackt bei Baizhu, aber nicht bei Jialang?
Dr. Baizhu,
Ich verstehe
please
nicht.
let me come with you.
Wieso wieder Heber...
You've already done
Das
so
triggert
much
mich
for
so
my family.
richtig.
I can no longer just
Die
sit
drei
here and
Buchstaben
watch
sind jetzt
while
auch
you
nicht
put
wert,
yourself at
weggelassen
risk for
zu werden.
Jiang Li's sake.
Es gibt deutlich
After all,
längere Namen
if it
und
wasn't for me,
nervigere.
she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Okay, weiter geht's.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
Hier wurde einfach nur das Herz erwähnt. Alles, was sie tun müssten, ist Meridian wegpacken. Warum haben die es also dran gepackt?
No,
wahrscheinlich, um konsistent zu bleiben, ne? Aber es ist schon verdammt nochmal inkonsistent.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
The ultimate sacrifice.
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it?
Meine Güte. Vielleicht werden wir heute ein Waisenkind erzeugen.
There's only one thing I fear now. And that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Sag mal, ist da hinten irgendwie Party oder wieso kommen die alle von da?
Very well. Then follow me.
Natürlich, die sehen wir nicht. Hübsches Close-up von den Beinen. Jeder Fußfetischist. Genshin. Noch mehr Beine. Ne? Variation.
Dr. Baizhus, are you heading out again?
Herr Bay, von Chichi zu hören ist falsch.
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhus, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Kann sie das überhaupt spüren? Mein Gott, wir brauchen endlich mal eine verdammte Chichi-Story-Quest.
Everyone...
Be careful. Weißt du, was mir gerade auffällt? Diese Fächer machen keinen Sinn, dass die draußen sind, meine ich.
Faster.
Na gut. Ja, wir müssen wieder dahin. Gut.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Die Übersetzung ist schrecklich. Na, weil selbst wenn ich jetzt nur das Deutsche lese und die englische Aussprache ignorieren würde, es geht so viel Information flöten bei der deutschen Übersetzung. Es ist so schade. Der Kontext ändert sich halt auch total manchmal. Seine Krankheit klingt... Seine Krankheit ist einfach nur eine simple Herzkrankheit. Nichts Magisches oder so ein Mist. Aber die deutsche Übersetzung macht irgendwie so einen magischen Scheiß da draus. Oder lässt es zumindest so klingen. Nur um ein Beispiel zu nennen.
It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or
Wer weiß.
Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
Na los,
I think it's
Spürhündchen.
this way.
Leg los. Auf alle Viere mit dir und zum Ziel.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Oh, ich bin hinter dir.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
Nee, keine Sorge. Das mit dem Schmerz ist einfach nur, weil du gerade stirbst.
Faster? Okay, faster.
This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
Ich
I
verstehe.
think I remember this place.
Irgendwoher.
Are you okay?
Irgendwoher haben sie einfach
You
dran
should
gepackt.
rest here while we continue the search.
Ich meine, ist ja okay als Kontext, aber, ne?
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Na dann rein mit uns. Wir brauchen das. Nee, was brauchen wir? Das Geo. Geo? Ich mal lieber Geo mit. Das letzte Mal. Ich bin richtig paranoid bei diesen Elementdingern. Aber es gab echt Dungeons, wo du halt wirklich die Rätsel hattest, die du nicht machen konntest, wenn du das Element nicht hattest. Seitdem habe ich noch nie so ein Story-Dungeon gemacht, ohne die passenden Elemente. Aber ich nichts nochmal machen
Digging
möchte.
marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
Von Dieben gegraben.
Thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility.
It is.
But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
Naja.
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave.
Ich verstehe. Ich erinnere
But
mich.
she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Vielleicht hätte sie einfach gesagt, dass du dich nicht erinnern kannst.
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
Genau, let's keep going. Hey ho!
Busted. Wheel of life.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Hihihi. Wir können Virgin machen. Ne, also Flammenspross. Also hey, warum tun wir das nicht?
Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
Ja, kein Staub auf der Oberfläche des Räuchergefäßs, was darauf hinweist, dass es benutzt wurde. Es gehört nicht zu den Schatzräubern.
I believe this censer was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
Das Böse vertreiben soll. Aber es ist Monster vertreiben soll. Das sind zwei verschiedene Sachen. Monster sind einfach nur Gegner. Das ist doch bescheuert. Guck mal, da. Wir sind gerade eine Gruppe von Monster begegnet. Warum, wenn die es wissen, warum machen...
The incense was burned several days ago.
Yikes.
If I had to guess, the monsters we fought
Ich hab
just
mich noch nie so
now
über
were
eine
enticed
Übersetzung
here by some
aufgeregt.
entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave.
Oh,
After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
und sie war gezwungen, es zu
This
nutzen.
sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place.
Dann müssen wir sie jetzt hier suchen
This is
und
where
die ganze Geschichte
I told
herausfinden.
Jiangli to give me the poison.
Er hat gesagt, ich habe ihr gesagt, dass sie mir das Gift geben soll. Das wurde auch komplett weggelassen gerade.
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it.
Das ist halt wichtig, dass man das sagt. Ne? Er hat gesagt, dass sie ihm das Gift geben soll. Diese Information ändert halt den kompletten Kontext. Wenn man halt nur Deutsch spricht, weiß man das nicht. Dass er das wollte. Und das ist halt, was ich meine. Es macht halt den Kontext kaputt und kann alles zerstören. Wow. Was ist das?
I can feel it. We're getting close.
Nun, wenn du sagst.
It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Faster? Okay, faster.
Welch sinnloses...
Keep going now.
From the
Welch-
looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Hoffen wir's. Ah, okay, ich verstehe. Na, das bringt nichts, wie? Muss ich jetzt... Die Vorrichtung kann sich nicht in diese Richtung bewegen. In welche Richtung denn? Na, dann kann sie sich ja doch in die Richtung bewegen. Ah, ich verstehe schon. Von hier kann ich nicht den Tor aktivieren schon, oder? Und doch, jetzt
Faster?
kann es.
Okay, faster.
Da haben wir auf jeden Fall unseren Monsterstein. Oi, oi, oi. Ich denke, wir haben den Weg gefunden. Hihihi.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Solidify!
Quietly now.
Yeah. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Kannst du mal bitte aufhören? Nervig. Chi-Chi. Ja, geh da lang. So, natürlich. Hier ist nichts. Gibt es einen Grund, wieso ich das Ding jetzt nicht aktivieren kann? Warum muss ich das Teil jetzt zurückholen? Und damit das Ding erstmal das andere aktiviert. Gut möglich.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Nun, dann haben wir das ja geklärt. Bam.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Hier ist nichts, wie? Na, hier ist sogar eine verdammte Alpha-Barriere. Zu stöhnen. Stirb leise. Geodrache.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
Oh,
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Time to go!
Hihihihi.
Dr. Baizhus, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you.
Was ist denn das? Das ist nicht nur Blut.
If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Koma.
What are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhus said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
Und das heißt Herzkrankheit.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart
Es wird
condition
dann wieder
under
Herzkrankheit
control.
und nicht Herzmeridian.
So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed.
Ja.
If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
Der Tag
I wondered
ist
when
also
this day might
gekommen.
come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life. After all that, we can't
Es
just
ist
give
halt
up on him.
nicht immer so simpel.
Baizhus,
Du
you're a
Nervensäge.
great doctor. Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it. And
Aber das macht ja dann auch keinen Sinn. Ein Leben
Dr.
für ein
Baizhus,
Leben.
give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art,
Willst du etwa wieder...
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhus, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see how you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis.
Auch bring Zhong nicht ins Spiel. Der Typ macht
My
nichts.
choice can bring Jiang Li back. Then, even if I die.
Jialiang.
Ja, selbst wenn er stirbt. Hat am Ende noch gesagt. Und natürlich nur im Englischen. Im Deutschen kann man ja nicht das Wort sterben hinschreiben.
After cheating death for so long, it
Außer sie
seems I've
tun es
grown
trotzdem
somewhat
genau
addicted to
danach.
life.
Ha.
Traveler,
Ich hoffe,
Dr. Baizhus,
Jeremias zweite Quest ist
could
besser
I have another
übersetzt.
minute with my wife?
Was willst du denn mit ihr machen, wenn sie bewusstlos ist, mein Guter?
of course.
Eine letzte Nacht?
Thank you, everyone.
Einseitiger
I'm sorry
Liebe?
that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang. Baizhus, Changsheng. Is there really nothing else you can do?
Doktoren sind halt keine Magier.
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Hier auch so mal wieder. Sie hat gerade wieder die geheime Technik der Schlange erwähnt. Davon ist nichts im deutschen Text zu sehen. Ne? Bei anderen Methoden bin ich mir nicht so sicher. Das hat er nicht gesagt. Er hat gesagt, abgesehen von der Technik der Schlange. Das ist auch wieder wichtiger Kontext.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan
Meine
runs
Güte,
out.
wieso ist das so schlecht übersetzt?
If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of
Ich meine,
aging
es gab
and
immer
death,
schon mal Probleme, aber ich habe es nicht so
Jiang Li
schlimm
would
in
not have
Erinnerung.
had to resort to unnatural methods. What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
Es gibt keinen Grund, Paimon. Es ist alles einfach nur beschissen. Die Welt ist eben nicht nett. Das Einzige, was wir nun tun können, ist Zeugen des Schlusses von Jianglang zu werden.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause?
Das ist einfach zu sagen, wenn man unsterblich ist, du dumme Schlange.
At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
Wenigstens tut sie nicht so, als wäre das, was sie denkt.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others,
Bescheuert.
I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough
No
to
gain.
help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you.
Nun, der Junge musste
I
wohl
know that you'll
selbst
both be okay without me.
Hand anlegen. Und der hat's geschafft. Wenigstens hat Papa einen guten Job gemacht, wie es aussieht.
I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
Ganz ehrlich, der wird doch wahrscheinlich eh nicht instant sterben, oder? Ich meine, der hat eine Herzkrankheit. Das heißt ja nicht, dass sie sofort.
As you wish.
Der ist ja auch nicht sofort gestorben, als wir ihn behandelt haben. Wow, das ist alles? Wieso hält es dich am Kopf
It will
fest?
eat away at both your cognition
Bewusstsein
and
und
your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Es war kaputt vom Anfang an.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have.
Desto gieriger wird man. Ich denke, das ist ein wahres Wort. Wieder mal eine andere Perspektive übrigens als der Hauptcharakter.
How I would
So
love
selten.
to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang! 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 Jialiang!
Dad, are you awake?
Wow.
Jiali, are you?
Billig! Ich habe mich gefreut auf ein Opfer.
Didn't I? Huh? What
Bist du
are
ein Zombie jetzt?
these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Verfickte Scheiße, den wirklich zum Zombie gemacht. Nun, okay, damit kann ich leben.
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhus, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
Naja, jetzt muss sich halt Chi-Chi nicht mehr so einsam fühlen, ne?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life
Ja,
indefinitely.
Chi-Chi wurde ja nicht auf diese Art unsterblich.
Whether it will
Das
keep
war
you
bei
alive
ihr ein
for a
wenig
few
anders.
days, a few
Aber
months,
wir wissen immer
or
noch
a
nicht die
few
genauen
years,
Mechaniken dahinter.
I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Who finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jia Liang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang.
Wunderbare Übersetzung, warum nicht immer?
All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Tja, ach, die wollte doch nur einen neuen Kunden haben.
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
Ja, ich hatte immer das Gefühl, dass da noch jemand
No
war.
wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhus' attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell. All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any
Sie wollte also einen neuen
journey
Kunden.
more difficult than it needs to be.
Komm, sag es einfach. Ich wollte Kohle machen.
Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to
Obwohl, wie
snatch the
funktioniert das
perfect
eigentlich?
opportunity right out of my hands at the last
Geh ich einfach nach
hurdle.
Hause zu denen und nimm sich das
Never
Geld
mind.
aus der Kasse oder wie?
I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration.
Oder wird die vom Staat bezahlt?
One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
Ja.
You stay away from my dad. When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhus and cure Dad for good.
Na dann, kleiner Mann. Mit großen Träumen.
Oh,
Ran ans Werk.
well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Juhu!
Is she finally gone?
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Ah, wenn es von Paimon vorgeschlagen wurde, kann ich schon erraten, was es ist.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
Och Mann. Na gut, gehen wir fressen.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Jiangli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Na gut. Es ist Zeit, meine Kochkünste zu zeigen.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh and
Wow, die machen also wieder so ein Trivia-Mist am Ende? Die können das aber auch nicht lassen, ne?
Baizhus, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhus, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Der Moment, auf den wir alle gewartet haben.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
I forgot.
Ah, the beauty. Wir werden nur einmal in diesem Raum sein können, also gucken wir uns an. Das hier, ein Waschkorb. Noch mehr Medizinschränke, sein Bürotisch. Mit sehr viel weniger Bürosachen, als er haben sollte. Keine Ahnung, wie und wo Platz da für dieses Haus sein soll. Es muss da oben sein, oder?
So long since we bade each other farewell in Shenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined.
Wie oft ich das gerne gesehen hätte bei den ganzen anderen Charakterquests, wo man einfach mal, der Hauptcharakter ist jetzt nicht mal mehr da. Es ist wirklich nur ein Abschluss, den nur wir Spieler sehen quasi. Das gibt dem Ganzen viel mehr Charakter als Hauptcharakter mit dabei. Weil wie beschissen wäre die Szene jetzt, wenn der Hauptcharakter jetzt mitradeln würde, oder? Allein, dass die jetzt hier unter sich machen, macht so viel Sinn. Und es hätte so viel Sinn gemacht bei anderen Quests ebenfalls, ne? Und das ist leider überhaupt nicht der Fall. Ich hoffe, die lernen aus dieser Quest und machen das öfter so.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
Nein, Gifte zum Guten zu verwenden, ist ja die logische Schlussfolgerung. Machen wir ja auch.
Even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhus, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Tja.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jialiang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying?
Das stimmt wohl kein
I'm in no
Recht.
position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another.
Am Ende ist es immer die Selbstaufopferung gewesen. Egal bei wen von denen.
Ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
Das ist eine gute Frage.
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Nun,
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them
wenn
out.
er überhaupt noch schmecken kann. So als
Yes,
Halbzombie.
darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
They will all be sad.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only
Unsterblichkeit
hope so.
suchen, das tut er.
Baizhu, what did Jiangli mean by not around anymore?
Das Schicksal, das
Are you
Shang-Sheng
gonna be
vorher
okay?
erwähnt hat. Was ist es damit auf sich?
Every single
Wow, als ob
mortal
ich's
I've
gewusst
ever
hätte.
contracted with, including Baizhu and Zhengli's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
Ja, aber es gibt ihnen auch die Kraft, bescheuerte Sachen zu tun.
It is a very long story.
Nun denn.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives
Und
of
so ist es
others.
leider immer.
And generation upon generation.
Ich weiß nicht, wie die Schlange sich dabei fühlt. Wie?
Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Ein Idiot
Once
wie alle
again,
anderen.
It's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
Auf die eine oder die andere
Strict
Seite?
requirements on the host's
Auf der einen oder anderen Weise, wie?
All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle
Ja,
of
wenn man ein
overturning
Leben
the
retten
laws
möchte
of life and death.
und zu gutmütig ist die eigene Lebensenergie als Preis wert.
Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhus, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do...
Huh?
Ah.
But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it,
Der will also mit den ganzen
are not
verschiedenen
both
Dingen, die er auf sich
mechanisms that
verträgt,
affect the operations of the human
seinen Körper
body?
so verändern, dass es nicht mehr, dass es ihn unsterblich
If
macht.
disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison.
Das stimmt sogar, ne?
Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities
stimme
of
zu.
herbs by sampling each and every one.
Wer
I
weiß.
don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
Der jetzige Paktierer muss ewig leben.
Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of
Was
old struggled
passiert,
to achieve true
wenn
immortality.
sie mit
First
Chi-Chi
you want to save
einen
others,
Pakt eingehen
Then
würde?
you want to save yourself.
Weil Chi-Chi ist
Now you
unsterblich,
even want to save
sobald wir
me.
wissen.
You're getting greedy,
Wie gesagt, es
Baizhus.
kommt halt drauf an, wie es genau funktioniert.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human?
Das stimmt. Das ist ein Spruch, den man sich immer wieder vor Augen führen muss.
For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Es ist auch so eine wunderschöne, solch wunderschöne Worte. Und wunderbar, dass sie das nicht verkackt haben bei der Übersetzung.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhus,
Ich
Traveler,
stimme zu.
what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
Na dann, ab die Post.
We also have coconut milk.
Yes,
For
so.
Changsheng and Paimon.
Now everything is
Okay,
perfect.
fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Lass etwas für mich übrig.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Hallöle. Was? Slitu. Wenn ich das richtig ausspreche. Herz des Heilens. Meine Güte.